my God. It's been a minute, huh, guys? Been a minute, been a minute, been a minute. Wait a minute. I think dimension. Uh, hello, 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 hello. What's good, familia? If you guys are watching this in the future, I haven't gone live in a minute, but oh, here you go. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? One, two, one, two, one, two, one, two. I gotta actually turn my streams to see if it actually if you're able to hear me. Hello, 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 hello. Okay, you guys good. You guys are good. You guys are good. Just making sure we're in the same wavelength. Um, so we can turn that off. What's up, family? What's good? What's good? What's good? So, I know I haven't been on for a minute, and just wanted to catch you guys up on things. As you can see, I've been posting a lot on my of content of my podcast because I'm just putting a lot of grind into it, a lot of shorts, a lot of videos, a lot of interesting topics. I'm always gonna keep you guys updated with my health issues, as I stated before. And unfortunately, last when was this? I think last Saturday, going into Sunday, I got COVID, and I caught it for the third time. Now I'm gonna make a video, probably post it next week on trying the new COVID medication, Paxlovid or something like that. I think it's called. And man, let me tell you guys, I went through it. I thought I wasn't gonna make it. Man, I mean, long story short, caught COVID. I started feeling bad. Started feeling the fevers. Right. Whenever I start having fevers, like and my fever goes up, my heart rate naturally goes up, right? Because that's what your heart's supposed to do, because it's fighting a virus. Well, because of my health issues and all the trauma that's been on my chest, well, that goes up even higher than usual. And um it got really scary for me. Well, around 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I took the Paxlovid, right? The medication. Now it comes in three different tablets. Well, I started finding out soon that my stomach didn't take it very well, and my gastro issues did not take that medication very well at all. So when 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock came around, so I ate dinner around like 6 or 7. I took some Tylenol because obviously I knew that the fever was gonna come back with the shivers and the cold and all that stuff, body aches, and I ate, but the Paxlovid reaction still hadn't gone away. Like I still had mad acid reflux because of it. So not only that, but it also gave me the taste in the mouth, which I did my research and I saw that it was like a metallic taste, which is disgusting. But I was like, I'm willing to deal with that if the COVID goes away. I didn't factor in the fact that my gastro issues in my stomach was not gonna take it very well. And the acid reflux and the reaction, and the fact that I literally felt like I was smelling, I felt like it was like right here. The smell was coming up to my esophagus, and I was smelling back in the chemicals from the medication. So when I was breathing, I felt like, I feel like I was just breathing acid back inside into my lungs. So because of that, my heart rate stayed up for like 5 or 6 hours at the 120, 135 range, which is not normal, right? Especially the reason I take Tylenol when it comes to my heart raising and having fevers and viruses or infections, it lowers my heart rate, which makes me feel a little bit more comfortable, right? But this time around, that didn't work because of the COVID medication, and that was really unfortunate. If I'm being honest with you, that was one of the scariest moments that I've ever had in my life. I ended up calling 911. And when they came over here, after like 5 or 6 hours that I have been dealing with, I called them. They came over, and I explained my situation. They didn't seem too concerned about it, but then again, they see a lot of really bad cases and worse cases. So in my mind, like I feel like I'm dying, like my heart's not going down. I need to go to the hospital so they can do something about decreasing, right? Because I know they got medication for that over there. Well, he checks my blood pressure, which is high. It's like 148 over 100. Um, they also did an EKG, which that was the important part for me, right? And EKG, it detects how the rhythm of your heartbeat, and it looked normal, which is good for me, right? Because yes, my heart is beating fast, but if it's looking normal, then it's like, okay, that's a good sign. That's a really good sign. So my anxiety came down a little bit. I stayed outside for like another hour and decided to see if I was going to go to the hospital or not. Well, before that, I told them, they can leave, and I'm probably going to end up going to the ER myself, so they wouldn't charge me anything because the ride alone is, it's expensive in an ambulance. So, um, for an hour and some change, I was outside and just questioning life. And eventually, my heart ended up going down after like 7, 8. Well, it was about 2 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, 1 o'clock in the morning when it started going down. So it was a really bad experience. I really like mentally, it's gonna take me some time to recover from that mentally. It really, really did me really, really bad. You know, I didn't know what to do in the moment. I was scared. I mean, you go through phases. You go through phases of like, okay, this is sickness. I gotta get through it. I'm sick. Let's get it right. And then eventually, when things don't start getting better, you start questioning a lot. Like, damn, what if this gets me? What if I'm gonna die from a heart attack or whatever it may be? My heart rate's not going down. So you start going through all these anxieties and uh, questioning life, praying, and things don't get better. And for those 5 6 hours, I was really, really going through it, and it was just very unfortunate. Um, it was a bad situation for me, and I mean, damn, like mentally, it's gonna be tough to really just get out of that. How do I say this? Like that feeling of like hopelessness, because it's very traumatizing, right? It's very traumatizing, and I've always spoke to this about in my channel, like how traumatizing it is to go through all these health issues and experiences, right? They add up, man. It's not like you can delete the file. You know what I mean? It's just there for a minute, and it can be there for a long time. So I'm gonna make a full video about that issue, like about the whole situation. Of course, unfortunately, because of my experience and having acid reflux issues, the new COVID medication is not fitting for me, and it kind of sucks because even when it came to taking anxiety medication, my stomach doesn't agree with it either. My acid doesn't agree with it either. So even for that, I wasn't able to take any medication. Like it's as if like your body is hurting you, and it's causing a lot of issues or damage, but it also doesn't let you take anything to help it. So It's really sad. It made me think about how really messed up I am, and for some time you kind of get away from that because I try to stay positive, man. You know, there's a purpose that I have in life, but this one hit me different. It hit me, it hit me hard. I'm still recovering. As you can hear my voice, like I'm recovering from it because I feel like I have some type of long COVID because it's been about a week since I caught COVID, but um, I feel like I'm recovering with like my voice, my coughing, and things like that. So, kind of wanted to give you guys an update, go live to see. I mean, if anybody shows up, I know I haven't gone live in a minute, I haven't been consistent with it, but man, I've been going through it lately for sure. So I'm drinking my tea right now, make things a little better. But I'm telling you, man, I'm telling you, this past Sunday, I thought it was it for me. Thought that was it for your boy. And maybe there's a really like negative mindset. I feel like sometimes it's kind of weakness. But damn, bro, like you just I get tired of going through it so much that you're just like, yo, just end it, you know? But I made it through it, and again, it's very tough. It's very tough on my mind, very tough on my body, my physical, my mental, my spiritual. It took a toll on me for sure. It took a very, very hard toll on me. And, catching COVID for the third time in about 2 years and some change is also sucks. So I don't know. It's tough, chat. It's tough, boys. But I feel like sharing with that with you guys because I know a lot of you guys see me, and I'm whether it comes to like my physical, you're like, oh man, you look healthy, you look good, or like look at your spirits are high, this and that. But it's because you have to do certain things to make yourself feel better, whether it's physically, mentally. You gotta grind it out. But inside, there's a lot going on. Just like you guys are, going through it. I'm going through it too. And this one was a tough one. This one was a big one for me. So I mean, not much I can do about it. It is what it is. Luckily, I'm starting to feel better. But I was like, dang, bro, like this one hurt me. This one took something out of me. And I know it's gonna take me a while to just recover and try to get my spirits back up where it used to. Hopefully, I don't get COVID for the rest of like, Christmas or the holidays. Um, I'm kind of thankful that I got it now, because it's better. Keone Wade, thank you for coming to my chat. I have been watching you for a while and your gut issues, and I have learned a lot. Keep positive vibe going and stay blessed. Hey, man, thank you so much for the love, for your words. I really appreciate that. This is a reason why I do my channel. This is a reason why I open up to a lot of the community, the world, just so I can, hopefully help people in any way. So I appreciate you confirming that. I appreciate you sharing that. That means a lot. And welcome to my channel, man. I know you say you've been around for a while, but I'm not sure if I've ever seen you on my live or any comments on um on my videos. But I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. Hopefully you're doing well, and I'm glad you've learned a lot from my experience, man. It's tough. These gut issues, my chest issues, the chest trauma that I've had from like the Nissan and the Lynx. Oh, it's not easy at all, man. It's not easy at all. It's tough. It's very, very tough. It's a pain. So unfortunately, the Paxlovid is not for me. Too many chemicals. I feel like I need to make a video to talk about not only my experience, but I feel like people will also learn from someone that has, GERD issues, especially because mine are extreme. They're not like the easy acid reflux or anything. They're like pretty deep. So just to give them some heads up, some awareness, so they won't through what I went through. It's crazy how acid makes your heart rate go high. Like it makes sense, but at the same time, it doesn't make sense because I don't know. I don't understand how it happens. But I get it. When you have, to some extent, I get it. When you have stomach content coming back to your esophagus is literally like a couple centimeters away from your heart. Maybe your heart reacts to that. Maybe your heart feels the pressure from your esophagus, or maybe even from the stomach pushing up to your diaphragm, and because your heart sits right on your diaphragm, right? So all that's like so close together, and it makes everything so much worse. Um, it's crazy. Um, I mean, I decided that this upcoming year I'd really need to go try to find more answers, either by trying to see how I can cure my GERD, or at least diminish it as much as possible, so it won't affect me in other areas as much, like when I get sick, for example. Or see if maybe it's about time to start thinking really about another surgery, but that's gonna be my last route right now. Maybe some therapy for my diaphragm would be a good option. Therapy for my diaphragm, because if there is less pressure on my chest and my heart in that area, it also helps my GERD issues, and it also helps the tightness not be there so much, right? Kind of releases all that pressure. So I might look into someone that I can consistently go to, maybe like once or twice a week, to do all that, and we'll see. I don't know yet. I'm still recovering. I'm still grinding the content though. I'm still putting shorts out. Hopefully, you guys are not annoyed by so many shorts that I'm putting out, but it's a great way to grow my channel. And I told you guys I'm decided to grow my channel as much as I can. And if you guys stay to support, I appreciate it. A lot of people, some people unsubscribe from my channel because they expect me just to talk about health issues. But in order for me to grow, I have to just, you know, put as much content as I can out there. And for the guys you guys stick around, I appreciate that. I've been to the ER so many times, and also thought I was having heart issues. They treat it like a heart issue, but same here. It was caused by my gut. Man, I feel you, man, and that's a scary feeling. That's a scary, scary feeling. First of all, going to the ER is not pleasant. It's not fun. Um, you spend so much money. You spend time. You're like very fearful going into it. And heart issues, is your heart. Like, it's how can you not be afraid of your heart? Like, or when your heart's racing, or you feel like it's fluttering, whatever the case may be. I mean, it's a major organ. You know what I mean? Like, it's a major organ. So I get you, man. I've been to the ER so many times because of my gut too. I don't know if you've ever gotten a GI cocktail for your gastro issues when you go to the ER. But if you're feeling really bad, you should request one of those. Although it numbs your throat, like it numbs all of this, right? You want me to tell you something funny? Well, it's not funny, but so because of my gastro issues, I talked this about this on my channel. That my heart, I feel my heartbeat, right? I feel my heartbeat. It's more sensitive to me. Like I can feel it sometimes when I don't need to be feeling it. That's why when it raises, I feel it even more because I'm just so sensitive to the heartbeat because of all the trauma that I've gone around in this area. Well, when I went to the ER one time and they gave me a GI cocktail, obviously it numbed all my throat all the way to my stomach. But at that moment, I didn't feel my heartbeat. Like I didn't feel the sensitive of my heartbeat, and I was like, whoa, maybe the reason I'm feeling my heartbeat is because it's either touching my esophagus, or I don't know if that's a possibility, by the way, but somewhere along the line, it's it's touching, or maybe when it beats, the beating is reaching, my stomach through, like, my muscles, my nerves, and whatever, where I can feel it be more sensitive, if that makes sense. But when I numbed the area, I didn't feel the heart sensation. Like my heart was beating, of course, but I didn't feel the actual like heartbeat, like beating on my chest. And I was like, that's when I found out, oh, like my gastro issues are even affecting that. Like that was like, got it. Like my heartbeat, the reason I'm even feeling it to that extreme is because it's hitting the walls of something or it's too close to my stomach, my GI tract, something. Not sure what it is, but something. So I was like, yo, this is crazy. But at least I know that it wasn't like my heart that was going crazy, but it was actually my gastro issues that were affecting the way I would feel the sensation of my heart and how sensitive it'll feel. And I'm like, damn. But what do I do about that? You know, how do I explain to somebody like, hey, doc, my heart sensation is really bad. What do we do about it? Like the only thing that I was thinking about was since I had a sliding hiatal hernia, right? Well, when it's a sliding hiatal hernia, that means your stomach keeps going back to your inside of your chest cavity through your hernia, right? Through the hernia on your diaphragm. So when it keeps sliding in to your chest cavity, well, I was thinking, what if I were to have another surgery where my stomach gets attached to like an abdomen wall so the stomach won't keep sliding in to my chest. Crazy, right? But I think that's a possibility. Like, why wouldn't it? Because whenever I eat something and I create a lot of gas and I lay down on the floor, I notice that my chest is so tight, especially right under my sternum to the left side where my stomach is. But that's because my stomach keeps pushing into my chest cavity. That itself is probably causing more GERD, acid reflux, and probably causing all those chest pains and heart palpitations that I feel. It's causing it more easily. But what if you could staple my stomach where it naturally should be next to my abdomen wall so it won't keep flurrying back up. That's an option. I think it's the vagus nerve that stimulates the heart palpitation and other heart feelings. So that's 100%. I looked into that before too, and that's a great possibility. But even to the theory that I'm giving you, what if that pressure of the stomach it's putting pressure on the vagus nerve? You know, what if that pressure on the stomach is putting pressure on other nerves or muscles that's putting pressure on the vagus nerve, causing my heart palpitations to get even crazy? You're right. That all can be combined, and it's so complicated. It's so complicated. I wish at this point in life, I wish I would have became a doctor, or at least trying to learn more about the anatomy and how it works, and to see trying to find out some answers. But I don't. There isn't a doctor that specifies just um on your heart and your stomach. There isn't a cardiologist slash gastro doctor. The only ones that try to understand those are natural medicine doctors because they try to understand the function of the whole body, try to get to the root cause of a problem. And but that's what they're so expensive too. So it's a whole battle, man. But you know what? That option, I'm really thinking about if I ever have another surgery, talk to the doctor about maybe attaching my stomach to an abdomen wall or to something so it won't cause this sliding back into my chest problem. So whenever I eat or it's created a lot of gas, like at least I won't have this problem of, going back in like to my chest. And that will relieve a lot of pressure from me. That will relieve a lot of symptoms, and who knows, and other things can get better. It's a possibility, I think, because they do it with like your colon. They do it with your intestines. They can do that. They can attach it to your abdominal walls. They can do all of that. That's a possibility. So I wonder if they can do it with your stomach too. I don't know yet though. I don't know yet. We shall see. Hmm. Um, but yeah, I mean that's where I'm at. My psychiatrist has spoke to me about vagus nerve stimulator that's transplanted into you for my depression and anxiety, but my insurance did not cover it. I was ready to do it also. N- vagus nerve stimulator. So that was a surgery? Was that a surgery? I know I've heard of vagus nerve stimulation. They work with your vagus nerve, and they do all these, they work to like electricity type stuff. I never heard of an actual stimulator though. Is that like surgery, or is that like above your chest? Oh man. All right. I'm gonna create a short real quick, my boys. Living with chronic. Hello? No, it's a FDA device that was released and is surgically implanted. Oh man, that's kind of scary. A name to that? I gotta look into that, but I don't know if I would do. That's a scary one. I'm I'm not gonna lie to you. That's a little scary one. Mostly used for for vets. How about that? I didn't know that. I didn't know that was a thing. So is it because when you get PTSD, you get like anxiety and panic attacks? Like vets will get that, and then I guess it will just stimulate that, so you wouldn't have anxiety and panic attacks. But yeah, chat. That's where we at. I'm probably gonna play Call of Duty in a little bit. Let me text my boys. Let me text the boys. Um. Wait, what? Oh. All right, chat, but it was a little short live today. Only 30 minutes. I don't want to talk too much cuz my throat and my chest not agreeing. But hopefully I can catch you guys more often. Keone Way, I appreciate you being here. I'm gonna keep trying to go more live more often every Saturday or every weekend to catch up with you guys. But hopefully you guys are doing good for so I'll make the video and probably post it next Friday, God willing, on the Paxlovid and my experience with it to give you the full nine. Uh, because that was a tough experience. So see you guys soon. We'll stay in touch. I'll keep posting more videos, get that content in for you guys. See you guys on the next one. Peace.